Shiva सदना नमः शिवाय विमल शरणिधे नमः शिवाय हृदयावासा नमः शिवाय हृदयावासा नमः शिवाय हृदयावासा नमः शिवाय। पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
पूज्यपाद बुद्धि जी के चरणों में प्रणाम करते हुए आप सभी लोगों को इस शुभ प्रातः काल में आपका सभी का स्वागत करता हूं। और कुछ एक 20-25 दिन के अंतराल के बाद पूज्यपाद स्वामी जी के श्रीमुख से फिर एक बार हमें अंग्रेजी में अमृतवाणी सुनने की अवसर मिल रहा है। और इस सिद्धगिरी क्षेत्र पर स्वामी जी पधार कर करीब 25 दिन हो गए। स्वामी जी के थोड़ी विश्रांति के बाद, स्वास्थ्य लाभ के बाद हमने कल प्रार्थना की थी कि स्वामी जी अब हम कम से कम हर दिन तो पाठ चल रहे हैं, 2 बार पाठ चलते हैं सन्यासियों के लिए। तो हमने आज कल विशेष प्रार्थना की कि स्वामी जी हमें रविवार के दिन फिर एक बार जो अंग्रेजी उपन्यास है, अमृतवाणी है, वो सुनने की हमें लाभ मिले। तो स्वामी जी ने हाँ कह दिया। और कि हर व्यक्ति की आकांक्षा थी कि फिर एक बार हम कब सुनेंगे, कि करीब करीब 1 महीना हर व्यक्ति प्रत्यक्ष और अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से, यानी ऑनलाइन के माध्यम से भी और सामने भी बैठकर सुनते थे। जहाँ भी स्वामी जी के उद्बोधन होता था वहाँ पर सामने तो कई हजार लोग बैठकर सुनते हैं, उसके साथ साथ अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से करीब करीब 1-2 लाख लोग ऑनलाइन के माध्यम से हर दिन सुनते थे। 20-25 दिन की यह अंतराल में हर व्यक्ति के मन में एक तड़फ था कि फिर हम कब सुनेंगे। तो वह अवसर प्राप्त हुआ है। और जितने भी उनके मुख से हम सुने तो सुनते ही रहे, ऐसा हर व्यक्ति को हर दिन लगता है कि सुबह हम सुन लेंगे तो दिन भर के लिए हम चार्ज होते हैं, दिन भर के लिए हमें ऊर्जा मिलती है, ऐसा लगता है। और किन किन को एक दिन सुन लिया तो महीनों तक उनको ऊर्जा मिलती है, यह अनुभव हर व्यक्ति की है। तो इस पावन अवसर पर हमें यह मौका मिली आज। तो मैं आप सभी लोगों की ओर से पूज्यपाद स्वामी जी के श्री चरणों में प्रार्थना करता हूँ कि आपके उद्बोधन से हमें कृतार्थ करें।
Let me offer my pranams to all of you. Very cool and comfortable atmosphere. Very beautiful nature is there. This is a kind of a divine form. Nature is the manifest divine principle. We can see it, hear it, enjoy it. Everyone can if he knows how to enjoy. The nature is so rich. Nothing is wanting in it. Billions and billions of years have elapsed, but nature is still there. Wonderful nature. There is light. Like light, there is nothing in this world. Just to think of it. If there is no light, what is there? No light. The whole beauty is gone. The nature disappears. The life becomes sapless, dull, isn't it? Dark. Life is lost. Means life gets its beauty from the nature, its meaning from the nature, its richness from the nature. If the nature is not rich, life cannot be rich. If the nature is not beautiful, then life becomes ugly. What is that? Just to think of it, there is no green nature. Just to think of it, there is no green tree anywhere, no water, no cool air. What is that in the world? Therefore, great thinkers and seers of the world said that if you want to see God, just see Him in the nature. In the nature. You can't hate it. You can't live without loving it. That is the wonder of it. Just to see the creation of the nature, small flowers, very small flowers. Even God may be hated, but man cannot hate the flowers. Isn't it? You may give God gold and silver, but one flower makes him glad. Why? The flower expresses the very simple, plain, wonderful beauty of the nature of God. That is the wonder of it. If there is something in this world which is more precious even than God, it is the flower. Always plain. There is no gaudiness about the beauty of the flowers. Very plain, plain. And it doesn't live for a long time, only for a few hours, then disappears. But still the last moment of its life in the world, it keeps smiling beautifully. It keeps smiling sweetly. It tells the world, just live like me. Your life becomes a garden of happiness. Your life becomes a garden. What is to be achieved in life? What are we expected to do in this life? Just make your heart a garden. Not of thorny bushes, not of sandy plains, but of simple beauty of the flowers. If the flowers grow in your heart, you become the richest person in the world, because nothing like the flower in the world, nothing like the beauty of the flower. The beauty is very plain. So also our heart is to be very plain. And therein lies the divineness. Where there is plain beauty, there is the presence of the divine. Just keep looking into the nature, sitting on a hill as you are sitting here. Look into the nature. Mind becomes vast. And eyes, what eye? Simple, capital I, ego. I becomes rich. Mine is gone. I becomes one with the whole nature, and there will be no mine or mine. That is the wonder of the nature experience. Therefore, in the morning, we have to wake up early and wait for the sun's rise in the morning. Very, how it looks, very crimson red. Its rays spread everywhere. The sun says, wake up. I have come again to shine on your life. Here is the wonderful nature. Man, open your eyes, open your heart, be one with the nature. That is getting united with the visible divine reality. Visible divine reality. This is the visible divine reality. As long as we want to look into the nature, so long we have to see the divine presence in the nature itself, not somewhere else. Sweet sounds are there in the morning, isn't it? Green beauty is there in the nature. Man, fill your heart with that beauty. If you want to enjoy in your heart the presence of the invisible divine reality, feel its presence in your heart and fill your eyes with the presence of the manifest divine reality. Therefore, God is said to be Sakara and also Nirakara. This is the Sakara divine principle. Whatever you see, it cannot be different from the divine. Why? Everything has to come from it. What is the divine? Divine is simply that which exists and whose existence is not disturbable. That is the divine reality. And we have to experience it daily, in the morning, in the evening. And if you get a time in your very heart, that is what the great seers of the world did. Take for example Socrates from Greek countries or somebody else from other countries. What did they see? Where did they find the divine presence? They said, open your eyes, there is the divine truth, said Socrates. What is there in the world? Truth is there. How can there be untruth in the world? Untruth means a non-existing something. If there is something which doesn't exist, then it doesn't exist. It is only an imagination. Therefore, man, whatever you see is the truth, said Socrates. Truth it is. And close your eyes. Try to find in your depth, in the depth of your heart. What do you see? The same truth inside you. The same truth outside you. That is the unity, that is the universality man enjoyed. Why we are here on the earth, Socrates says, we are here not just to live, but to live with a divine experience. Live with a divinity within your heart. It is in the form of truth and consciousness. Feel it. And that brings about great changes in our thinking and in our life. In India also, so many people lived here. So many people, thousands of years ago, in this vast country, there lived people who loved the nature. Not just money and materials. They loved the nature. They lived in small cottages, but they lived in the great nature. Great nature. Their body needed some cottage, and their mind was there. It was not so small as to be in the cottage. Wherever the rishis are, there the world was there. There the world. There the vastness. There the infinity. This is how they experienced. Therefore they were said to be the seers. What is a seer? One who sees is the seer. If I see these flowers, I am the seer. And these things are the objects that I see. Who is the seer of the world? I am the seer of the world. I am just a seer. I am nothing else. I am just the seer of everything and nothing else. Such seers lived in this country, not one or two, but hundreds of them. That is the greatness of India. Somebody in the Western countries, a few 100 years before said, if there is one country on the earth, it is India, where you can experience, even in your early days, the presence of the divine. Early years of your life, the presence of the divine. Such is the greatness of India, they said. They are poor materially, means with money they are poor, but with happiness they are the richest in the world. With knowledge, no one can compete with them. With their possessions, you can defeat the Indians. They are very poor. With a few fruits, they can enjoy the life. Enjoy it. With thousands and thousands of dollars, we can't enjoy the life. This is what that man said. He was from European countries, a great philosopher, and he said, I want to be born in India, if possible. This time I have lost an opportunity. If it is available, I will be there in India, enjoying the beauty of the nature. And in this beauty, I can enjoy the presence of the great divine reality that knows no end. This is what other people said about us. But today we are different. We are different. We have lost all interest in the nature. We have lost in counting the dollars, counting the rupees, counting the material objects. Now the whole beauty of India is lost. And it is there still. Some people are there still, and their life has become a garden of beautiful thoughts and feelings. Such a people are there in thousands even. And what do they think about the life? Think about the truth. They say, Anejadekam manaso jeviyaha nainat deva apnuman purvamarshat. Very beautiful words here are. Anejat, what do you see in this world? Anejat, two things we see. Moving objects are there, there is movement everywhere. What is life? Life is a movement, isn't it? Eyes move, ears move, hands move, the whole body moves. Is there anything in this world which doesn't move? The great thinker says, no, there is nothing, not even a small atom, which does not move always. There is no rest for any object in this world. Every object is moving. Therefore, this world is called Jagat. Jagat means that which moves is Jagat. By definition, etymological definition, Jagat means Jam Gacchati iti Jagat. Jagat, this very word, tells us that everything, small or big, what is it doing? Everything is moving. Where does it go? Nowhere it goes. It just keeps moving. Just keeps moving. And this movement is of two kinds. Every object moves in two ways. The first is movement in space. Means if an object, this is a cloth, it moves from here to here. This is physical movement. Every object keeps moving. Sun is there. Every day he goes around and round the galaxy, isn't it? Our solar galaxy is there, wonderful galaxy. We call it the Milky Way. Milky Way. Very wonderful. There are billions and billions of stars, and it makes one galaxy. Every object in the galaxy is moving. Sun is one of those stars. He is also moving slowly. Means there is not a single object in this world which does not move. That is the wonder of the nature. It does not move. Is there anything that doesn't move? Now you are sitting here. The body is moving. Physically also, it is moving. Very slowly it moves. The cells are there, molecules are there, atoms are there. Those atoms are moving. There is not a single atom in this world, whether it is hydrogen atom or uranium atom. Every atom is moving. And whatever is there in the atom also moving. The nucleus is moving. The electrons are moving. Everything that is there in the atom is moving. Then what about the body? Body is moving. And your mind is there. A wonderful creation of the nature. Very wonderful creation. You can't say it, but without it you cannot live. Can't. We can see the body. We say this person is young, this person is old, this person is beautiful, this person is very, very active. But what about the mind? You can't see my mind, I cannot see your mind. But without mind, I can't live, you cannot live. What is this mind? Nobody knows. This is the wonder of the world. I don't know what my mind is. I can't show it to anybody. You cannot say, this is my mind. Take the photograph of it. You can't say it. It has no color, it has no shape, and it has no moment which we can perceive. Just to think of it, this is the wonder of the nature, wonderful creation of the nature. We say nature is very wonderful because of the creation of the mind. Just to think of it, you are sitting here, your mind is moving. If I say the sun, your mind thinks of the sun. If I say the sky, your mind becomes as vast as the sky. Very wonderful, Guruji, very wonderful. Isn't it? The mind, we do not know where it is, how it is, what does it do, but we can experience its presence. How we do not know. This is the wonder of the world. Can you photograph your mind? Everybody says, my mind is very strong. My mind is very fickle. My mind is very ugly. We can say. But mind says that man, you don't know me. You just think that I am this, I am that, but you cannot touch me. Wonderful, isn't it? So many things are there in the world. We boast of doing so many wonderful works, creations in this world. But what about this mind? Who has created it? Can you create the mind? You can create the body one day or the other day. You can create it. Artificial bodies may be created, but artificial minds can't be created. This is the wonder of the wonders in the world. Just to think of it. God is there means there is something which has created the mind. There is something which has manifested itself as the mind, as the body, as the world outside, as everything in this world. Wonderful, isn't it? Therefore he said, Anejat, ejat, something is there which is moving, mind is moving, but where does it move? Nobody knows. You may sit in a room locked and not a single ray enters it. But what about your mind? Your mind cannot be captivated, cannot be imprisoned in the hall. It says, your body is there, sit here, I go outside. Nobody can bind me. I can fly into the sky. I can fly to the end of the whole universe. I can fly into the future or just a peep into the past. Nobody can stop me from flying, from growing, from enjoying the world. These are the two things in this world, the body, object. This is the object visible, and here is something which is invisible, but we can't say it is object or non-object. That is the wonder of it. It is a kind of very mysterious object in the world, the mind. Man is trying to know what the mind is. He has been trying to understand it from his early civilization itself. But the mind says, without me you cannot do anything. And if you try to hold me, you cannot do anything. With me you can become even the divine. Without me, you are dead almost. Life is not in your nerves. Life is not in your muscles and bones. Life is in your mind. If a body dies, you do not die. If the mind dies, you die. But the mind doesn't die. Therefore, man, as the mind, you do not die. And the body you cannot make immortal. But mind you cannot destroy it, you can't make it immortal. Means there are two things here. One is that which you cannot make immortal. Another is that which you cannot make it mortal. This is the mystery of the universe. Wonderful, isn't it? Very wonderful creation is this world. Just think of yourself without the mind. What happens? If the mind is gone, everything is gone. Memory is gone, thoughts are gone, feelings are gone, everything is gone. Life becomes, what does it become? Life becomes non-life. There ends everything. Therefore, mind is there, we don't know what it is. Some great philosopher of the West says, man, if you try to find out what the mind is, you will disappear. Just don't try to know it, but use it. It is your servant. If you want to know it, you are lost. Wonderful, isn't it? This is the nature of the mind. And this mind is there in everybody. It is in me, in you, in everybody. You may be wise or not wise, but mind is there. You think that you are wise because your mind says you are quite wise. If you think that you are not wise, mind says, man, you are a very dull person. Mind is there. Keep your mind aside. What happens? Everything is gone. Therefore, psychologists, recent psychologists are saying, we can know everything of this world, but we can't the mind. We can't know the mind. Sometimes we get the illusion that we know it, and after some time they feel it is only our illusion. Therefore, this is a wonderful creation of the nature. Let us use it, but never try to go against it. Let us try to use it, and it makes our life a garden of happiness. It makes our life a beautiful garden of happiness. Everything is created by the mind. Mana eva karanam, what? Bandha mokshayoho. Mana eva karanam, mind itself is the cause of bandha and moksha, freedom and bondage. They are creations of the mind. Think that you are free, you are free. Think that you are in bondage, you are bondage. Think that you are mortal, you are mortal. Think that you are immortal, you are immortal. Just wonderful, isn't it? Think that you are happy, you are quite happy. Think that there is nobody in the world who is as sorrow-filled as you. Then you are the most sorrowful person. Happiness and sorrow, they depend upon how you think about your life. Mind says, you are the maker of your life. If you want to live like a god, you can. If you want to live like a pauper, you can. If you want to live like nothing, you are nothing. mind is there. Nobody has seen it, nobody is there without it. This is the great mystery of the world. Very wonderful, isn't it? Therefore, great Rishis says, mind is the creator of everything. Heaven is the creation of the mind. Hell also is the creation of the mind. Isn't it? Just see the beauty of it. Go to your house today. Think that my house is a palatial house, very beautiful in the world. And there is no other place in the world, on the earth, which is as wonderful, as beautiful, as comfortable as my house. Your house becomes the most beautiful place in the world. And you may be living in a palace, very rich. Even tables and chairs are made of gold. But if your mind thinks that this is all hell, it becomes hell. Gone. It is a mind that creates a heaven. It is a mind that creates a hell. Man, if you harness your mind, you become the happiest man in the world. If you are just an object in the hands of the mind, then you become dead in the world. What is to be achieved in life? You have to know the mind. You have to befriend the mind. Befriend, you have to make your mind a friend of yours. It doesn't hate you. If you hate it, it will hate you. If you love it, it will begin to love. You say, my mind is very bad. Then mind says, yes, you are very bad. Isn't it? If you say, my mind is so wonderful, it is a heavenly mind. I am very fortunate to have such a mind. Think of it, and mind becomes very friendly. It makes our life heaven, a heavenly experience. This is how we have to use the mind. Man, don't hate the mind. Love it, and your life will be lovable. And all the problems will be easily solved in the world. But man is worrying very much. Everyone is worrying. I have to become the richest person in the world. What does it mean? Mind asks you, what is the meaning of being richest? Even a small bud of a flower, even a small leaf, what is the value of it? Think of it. There is no leaf in the world. The whole beauty is gone. The richness of nature is gone. The leaf says, I am the wealth. There is nothing like me. I am the richest thing in the world. Man see wealth in every object of this world. If you see the wealth in the sun, you are in the sun, I am in the sun, we are wealthy. Both of us. The same moment you become wealthy, I become wealthy also. Because this light is the same for me, same for you. If the sun comes up the horizon, he makes everyone rich. Everyone rich. If you are sleeping, the sun doesn't help you. The mind also does not care for you. Let this man sleep. Enjoy the darkness, man. Enjoy. Therefore, the great Rishi said, Ejat anejat. Man, there is something which moves and there is something which does not move. Know both of them, you will be the real seer. Seer means a rishi. You will be the real seer. Not after days and days of exercise, but this very moment, just think of the non-moving anejat, and you are the happiest person in the world. You are the free man in the world. Now it is, how much it is? 8, 10. 8, 10 probably. It started at 7:30. Now almost 40 minutes have gone. We don't know how did they go. This is how we are expected to live in this world. Don't count your years, but just count your happy moments. Don't count how old you are, but always think how happy you are. Because whether you are a child or a young person or an old person, Swamiji, the sun is the same. When you are a child, the sun was there. He was lighting on him, shining on him. When you grow an adult, the sun shines over you. When you are old, the same sun shines over you. Isn't it? And love the nature means light. You are always in the light. Light and happiness, they are not different. If you are in the light, you are always happy. Darkness is unhappiness, light is happiness. And this light may be divine light or material light. Inside there is the divine light, outside there is the material light. Man, enjoy, bask in the sunshine in the winter days. How sweet atmosphere it is, how comfortable you feel in the morning warmth of the sun. Very wonderful, isn't it? This makes you, they say, this makes you the richest persons in the world. And this is the experience of the divine in the form of the light, in the form of a calmness, in the form of a coolness, in the form of silence. That is why we have to think about the nature in the morning. Therefore, Swamiji suggested that let us sit in the morning, not in the evening, not in the noon time. Let us sit here in the morning. I told him, but the people do not come in the morning. No, he said, don't worry about it. At least the sun comes, the wind is there, very wonderful nature is there. Let us sit here and enjoy. That is the philosophy. That is spiritualism. That is what is expected of everybody in this world, to enjoy the nature. Let me offer my pranams to all of you. Or you are coming again next?
Thursday?
No. No. Come on. Come on, Sunday. If I feel like giving, let us later we see. He will tell you when you have to come. And if you are ready, no. If you are ready, he will tell you when you have to come. Because Sunday is very very comfortable for everyone. Everyone is very free mentally. What is holiday? Holiday for the mind. Therefore, when we are going to meet, we will decide later. But definite is Sunday. And this hour itself, during this hour, this hour is good, I think, and not inconvenient for anybody here. Do you come? 7 to 8. But today it is 8:13, 8:20. I am very sorry for this. I expect all of you to come again on Sunday. And that we will decide later. Swamiji will thank you. Dr. Ji, Somasekhar Ji. Both of you have to speak a few words.
Pranams to Pujya Sri Siddheshwar Swamiji and Kart Siddheshwar Swamiji and all the yogis and early morning all the happy people here. For last 1 year we all have learned to be happy and it is in our hands how to be happy. So it is in the morning or evening, whatever time Appaji says we are here. Whatever number of days he says we are here. So it is a very happy moment, especially today, listening to Appaji after a little gap. And it is again, it has happened, it has been happening, and the person who is responsible for all this is Pujya Sri Siddheshwar, Kar Siddheshwar Swamiji, who has done it. So I really am very happy that the many lakhs of people today are so happy because people were waiting for this moment. So today everyone can know that everything is back and everything is normal. So we are all very happy and then we are blessed, and that much is my feeling. You want to talk?
Namaste. Hari Om. I think it's almost last time during summer time Swamiji was here and we had a discourse in English at that time also. And as everybody across the world was waiting to listen to Swamiji's divine words so that they can get recharged and they know that everything is all right now, and we are all blessed to be here on this sweet morning. And especially last 1 month Swamiji was supposed to take a rest, and he is completely fit and fine now. So Swamiji has started these discourses now, and we are few people sitting here, but there are many across the world who want to listen and who have listened to him right now. And as you can see that the frequency or the wavelength of his talk is matching with the nature. We're able to listen to the birds, the waves outside, at the same time we're able to listen the Swamiji. So I feel this is what we can call as Kailasa. We're all here and divine presence, in the presence of divinity. We are here and we are much touched by his words, and we're all lucky that we are living in this time where we are with Swamiji. So I hope in very few time, like in few days, we'll be meeting again for listening to Swamiji and changing our lives for the better thing for the humanity. Thank you. Namaste.
स्वामी जी के चरणों में प्रणाम करते हुए आप सभी को प्रणाम। तो जिस दिन की हम सब लोग प्रतीक्षा कर रहे थे वह दिन आ गया, और इस सुबह अवसर पर और सवेरे के समय में जिन बातों को सुनना चाहते थे वो सब सुनने लगे हैं। और अभी अभी जो हमारे दोनों डॉक्टरों ने जो कहा कि जिस क्षण की सभी लोग, हम ही नहीं हैं, सभी लोग जो प्रतीक्षा कर रहे थे वह संभव हुआ। और हर व्यक्ति को ऐसा लगता था कि हर व्यक्ति कि कब हम सुनेंगे स्वामी जी को। मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले कुछ ही दिनों में हर दिन सुनेंगे। और इसी हफ्ते यानी सप्ताह में हम हफ्ते में 2 दिन या 3 दिन तो जरूर सुनेंगे, ऐसी कृपा करेंगे। तो हमारा जैसे होता है कि कभी कभी जिसको हट बोलते हैं, आग्रह बोलते हैं, बड़ों के सामने छोटे लोग जब आग्रह करते तो बड़े मान लेते हैं, वैसे हमारे आग्रह को जरूर मान्यता मिलेगी। और हम हफ्ते में 2-3 दिन सुनेंगे और बाद में हर दिन सुनेंगे। वह क्षण का भी हम इंतज़ार करेंगे, प्रतीक्षा करेंगे। हमारी प्रतीक्षा सफल होगी। आप सब लोगों को धन्यवाद और पूजपाठ स्वामी जी के चरणों में कृतज्ञता अर्पण करता हूँ कि अगली प्रवचन तुरंत 2 दिन में ही हमें सुनने के लिए मिले, वैसी कृपा हो। प्रणाम। उठाई जाए।